Vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Throwing is Brady on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return, and the Vikings will take over
one of my
here
videos,
first
I
and
hit
10.
the parenting, but I hit
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10. They go play action. Cousins.
No, brother.
And that's going to be knocked away and
they gave a
incomplete.
hole.
And where the time has expired,
You know what that Patriots thing is?
they've got it second and 10 to start things out. Ball on the 42 as
Brady
they come
was
up
so
second
mad
and 10.
when he lost to the Eagles.
On second down, Cook.
Get off
Play
me!
goes nowhere, losing
The
yards
blocker
back near
literally
the
pushed
40 at the
another guy, but he
39.
kind of deserved it.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout.
You know what?
That's their
I'm going
second, so
for
they'll
the
have one
biggest
remaining
pass.
here in this second
the
quarter.
world.
We'll be right back.
Last play. Do you know pizza?
Play action now. Cousins. He's going to look deep down the field.
It's
This is
caught!
caught
It's
inside
caught!
the 15.
Touchdown!
Touchdown,
Vikings!
Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 61 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Big of a juicy.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Oh,
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
flag.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Oh, it's on them. They're mad.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
I'm getting declined.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to
declined
himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Brady and the Patriots now first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Brady. And Gronkowski's got it complete over the middle. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
I always thought
Just a yard
Gronk
on
was
the
a
catch there.
defensive.
It'll be second and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much,
Amir,
but it's
I always
never a
thought
bad
Gronk
idea
was
to
a
try to get the
defense.
ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption
Gronk
he can
should have been a
cause.
defense.
Now Brady leads to Burkhead
Because
on the draw.
the first time I looked at him, I thought he was
He's
defense.
going nowhere fast as he stopped
I
behind
thought
the
he
line of
was
scrimmage.
defense, but like
Some of these
I
play
figured
calls,
out.
I
I
think
figured
they're a
out
little
2 days
conservative,
before
but
he
you know me,
retired that he
because
was
it's easy
like
to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But
Why
I would
did I
like to
do
see
that?
them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and
He
shut
looks
them down.
nothing.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy
Yeah, he
about what
looks
we've
nothing.
seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's Sherrills.
I bet them.
A very
Yeah,
good
when he
return
first
there.
did
Give him an
himself.
even 20 yards. And
Emerson
the
has
offense will
Antonio
take
Brown.
over with a new set of downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins.
He only got
Open here,
famous
Adam
because he
Thielen.
was a
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
As a
Well, that
general
was a
rule,
miracle
offensive
play.
linemen like to know where their quarterback's
If it was
going to
1
be when they
second,
set
if
up
that
to
was
throw the
1
football.
second,
Sometimes
if
they
he
just have
had
to get
1
on the
second,
run, get on the move, He was able to do that on that play
If he had
and
1
picks up a
second
first down with a nice throw.
that would make me.
Lets it fly for Treadwell. So
Oh!
they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
No.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double
No,
coverage.
my guy caught it, but then the guy
Especially
pushed
not this
him
close
out
to the
of the
goal line.
touchdown.
The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Here's Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Again? If the Patriots get face
Personal
mask, I'm
foul.
crying.
Face mask. Defense.
Why are Patriots getting face masks all of a sudden? Accept that.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
No,
Yeah,
but
you're right.
they've been
their hands
face
having to
masks
wonder whether
3
it's a
times.
5-yard or
No,
a
2 times in
15-yard
the second
inadvertent or not.
and
Now,
1
it's a lot
time in
easier.
the
You see it, you call it.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Can't touch it.
That's complete right around the 8. And he will score.
Can't touch it.
Touchdown, Vikings.
It looks like I punched the ref.
Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Forbath, the
They
extra
said
point.
on the thing
And
they
the
said
decision to
up
just
the
kick
tape.
the extra point
And
winds
they're
up
losing
successful.
20-0. Are you actually playing Fortnite?
Forbath out to kick this one away.
Amir, are you playing Fortnite?
And
Amir.
this will be a touchback as that sails over the
Amir.
end line.
Amir!
Out comes the New England offense
Amir.
to see what they can do this time.
Answer
So far,
me
they've
if you're
had
good
3
at
drives,
Fortnite.
3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you
Amir.
got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if
Amir.
you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad
Amir.
thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Amir!
That time a slant. Brady in general on those
Amir.
quick hitters. He just releases the ball so
I
fast.
hear
He
you, Amir.
does, and he's so accurate. But most of the time, he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and
You can't
delivers it to the
keep on
proper
changing.
place.
They'll run. This
You
is
stop.
Hurricane.
You're not going to do this. I'm not going to do it. You should know.
It's a
I've
7-yard
literally
carry to
been
set them
telling
up
you
with a
how to
second
do
and
it.
3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
You go to photos and then you do that. That's all I'm doing. Amir! Amir!
From midfield, here's Brady.
Amir!
Blitz coming, and down he
Amir.
goes. Anthony Barr leading the surge there. He drops him
Amir.
for a loss of 6. 2
Amir!
minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. We remind you that coming up at
Can you guess the
halftime,
score?
Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from
Can you
Orlando
guess the score, Amir?
of this first half of action.
Amir,
To
guess
throw
the
on
score.
third down, Brady. And that is incomplete.
Amir, guess the score.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution
Amir.
of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there.
You were close, all right.
Now the
20-0.
Vikings
You said
offense gets
7.
set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
7 yards on the play. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
You could ask anybody in the world. Press that.
Handoff comes to Cook. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
No, the second one.
Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 91 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
No, it isn't.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while, right? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Normally, I'm one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive.
I know that I'm better than
you. Touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Well, that throw by Brady incomplete. While we have a second, Charles, the Patriots, of course, back in the Super Bowl, getting the 37-31 victory over KC in the AFC title game. Great game, but you know, the Patriots...
Nobody believes in them.
Yeah, right. They're playing that underdog card, but I thought it was funny because after the game, Brady, were you guys just trying to use that for your own motivation? He said no comment because they know they're not the underdog.
They know it, but when you've been that
I only played 1 year of single
you need something?
You've got to find something different. And Tom Brady, I've got to give him credit. Somehow he made
Amir,
his team
I'm also going to play tackle.
You
played 1 year of tackle.
You played 1 year. I think it really started with their first playoff game this year when the Chargers came in town.
You played 1 year of tackle. I'm playing 1 year of tackle and tag. Flag, I mean.
They took that as, well, no one believes in us. Everyone thinks we're not as good. They were just wrong about that part, as we were wrong about the Chargers beating them.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
I promise.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there that can change things in a big way. I say
the defense loses him. It's complete.
Oh, my God. You have to see the video I
post. Touchdown, Minnesota.
You have
Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs.
A Hail Mary
Forbath able to convert the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half.
He kicked it so high, and then my other guy
Forbath out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The heavy sniper.
Julian Edelman gets ready to take the field again here on offense. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
Yes, it is.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it.
Yes, the best gun. That does so much damage. Yes, I have it. Wherever you live, Jesus.
So 36 now, 1st and 10. Brady now on 1st down. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan.
I wanted
a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
We have the worst team on aisle 10, the worst team on aisle 10. This is so bad, it's 34-0.
Stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
You know that made no sense?
On 1st down, Brady.
Why did the
Patriots
do
now to 13 seconds.
Bad
Edelman unable to hang on that time. And it's 2nd down.
So good in
they work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Like, how did they like get less points. That
Brady
means
will
the
try
Rams
again
are
on
better
second
than the
down.
Eagles.
And that's
Because they were
incomplete.
going
Clock
hard on
stops with 10 seconds left. New
I
England
hate
on
Elgin.
third down.
I hate
They've had their
Elgin.
troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
Wait 20! Wait 20!
Brady to throw again.
No, let him score. Let him score. The bag
They're going to be
is
set up down around the 15-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And Gostkowski's kick is good. So we hit halftime with our visitors. Due to apparent time constraints,
The puncher's
forward
so
to the
happy
beginning of the
because
second
they
half.
only got 3 points from a field goal.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Bust through the tackle. Oh, he breaks another. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20, 10, touchdown.
120 yards.
In for the
108
score.
yards.
And
There
this
you go,
Viking
Nick.
offense is
108
running
yards.
away with this one. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
108 yards.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Brady. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Eric Kendricks coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And Brady's throw there incomplete. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively. And it'll be 4th down. Sherrills to return it. Whoosh. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this.
And that's caught at the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 68 yards. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now it's Patterson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm?
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Everson Griffin in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
20.
They'll run now with Burkhead. And the ball is out. Burkhead lost it. And this belongs to the Vikings. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern.
You're gonna see that. Challenger, he was in. He was in. Challenge.
Reading, trying to figure out what they're doing, and on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
What? That was in. His foot was on the thing.
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board.
Let's go.
A second down throw for Cousins. The loop. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Patriots have it.
They went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive.
Can you fast forward this?
12 yards. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?